Sana, today was like the first full day or maybe second of Mercury out of retrograde, and I don't really know what that means, but I looked it up because I had started a relationship during this time, and I was just curious, like, what's the big deal? Why do people say not to start relationships? And also, what's gonna happen when it's out? Like, if things are good, what happens when it's back on track, And ultimately, like, we have to take responsibility for everything that we attract into our life. Some type of responsibility, I feel. If not, if we don't have any responsibility with what we attracted into our life, then just like responsibility of accepting it. I'm exhausted, but I'm loving where I'm at. Yesterday I did a video with a friend and I didn't post it, so because we're editing it, so I still stuck to my promise of doing a vlog. I just haven't finished, so I look forward to sharing that. And so the reason why I talked about Mercury in retrograde, because Mercury is about communication, and this past month I've been really learning about communication and how to be a better communicator. I feel that as I get older, I'm still getting better and better at communication, and I want to be really good. Communication also is energetic, knowing when to activate a conversation, because sometimes we feel tension and we don't know how to address the tension, and the best way to address it is through communication. But how do we communicate and how do we bring it up? So the first thing that I can speak from my experience is having check-ins. Regardless of if this is a relationship, like romantic, or if this is a relationship at work, or with housemates, or with friends. An easy way to initiate a conversation is to say, I would just like to check in. Either on a certain specific scenario or just checking in with you. Hi, how are you? Or, what are you feeling? Just simply learning how to check in. Checking in is also important for just keeping up. Sometimes I call my friends or I call my family and just, hey, checking in. It's an act of love. Hey, I'm here. Another thing from my experience is to always let the emotions calm down. I think it's important to express emotions. And I think emotions have their place in communication. But when there's conflict, I have found that it is best to let the emotions fade before communicating. Today at work, me and a dear sister got into there was like a lot of tension. We both triggered each other, and after she left, I wanted to like explain myself more, and I was like, you know what, I gotta wait till my emotions calm down. And she ended up texting me, and then it was like resolved. It's really important, especially depending on who you're talking to, to have be in a stable state when communicating something important or when addressing conflict. As soon as you become emotional, you lose some of your grace, in my opinion. Now, I think that if you are strong in your practice and strong of where you're at, strong in your awareness, I think that you can be emotional and still communicate. It's just a good idea, especially in conflict, not to. These are all from my experience. And, I question myself, what gives me the right to talk about this And then that's when it's like, oh, this is for me. This is a reminder for me, and I hope it serves you because this is what has helped me. And I'm really excited because actually during this Mercury retrograde, I've had amazing communication. And I read somewhere that it's a time to revisit, revision, rebuild. So it's been beautiful because with communication, I've been able to revisit past emotions, rebuild them, and have a new vision, recreate. So that's my little post for today. I love you. May all beings learn to communicate their soul. May all beings find their peace. May all beings be free to express themselves. Sana.